Home prices soaring at the fastest pace ever in June. The S&P Case-Shiller National Price Index jumping nearly 19% in our latest survey. It was out this morning. Prices now more than 40% higher than they were even at the height of the housing bubble in 2006. Now, the housing boom has given a big boost to the home builders. Look at some of the gains this year and a lot of the big names that we talk about all the time. Toll Brothers, Lennar, D.R. Pulte. Those are the names that come up pretty much in every conversation. But your next guest says there is one way more under the radar stock that could see even bigger gains ahead. Shana Sissel is the CIO of Spotlight Asset Group. She has taken the mound for a fast pitch. Shana, tell us about M.I. Homes.
M.I. Homes is a small cap home builder that most people probably haven't heard about. Market cap just under $2 billion. This is a high quality home builder that is in some of the hottest markets in the country. In fact, 56% of their revenue last quarter came from Texas, Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina. They've been increasing their earnings and their revenue steadily over the last few years. This year, they're anticipating earnings growth of about 37%. And the stock is trading at 5 times earnings. It has a strong balance sheet, increasing cash flow, decreasing debt, and it just is doing all the right things. So it's definitely benefiting from the tailwind in the housing market, but it's also a potential acquisition candidate as some of those larger names you just mentioned look for ways to get into those hot housing markets quickly by acquiring a smaller player like M&I Homes.
The fast pitch, the ticker there is MHO. I know, Karen, you have got a question for Shana.
Yeah, it's a really interesting pitch, and as you said, sort of a niche player. But getting to your point about M&A, do you think they're open to that? I don't think insiders own a lot of stock. I don't know if that makes it less likely, maybe less likely, or more likely rather. Is that something you think could be a near-term event?
I think it could be a intermediate term event. I think they're doing quite well right now. Like I said, growing earnings this year at about 37%. They have 56% of their revenue coming from those super hot housing markets, but they're also in markets that are underserved and have more affordable housing. So that's largely in the Midwest. They have major operations in Columbus and Cincinnati, as well as Detroit, Michigan, some areas of Illinois, Indianapolis. So these are underserved communities where they have new Smart Series homes, which are quicker to build and more affordable, but still energy efficient. They're known for strong customer service as well and really high quality construction. So I'm not sure they would be open to a acquisition right this very second, but given the way the industry is moving and the way that the demand for housing is moving, I think they would be open to an acquisition, especially if the buyer had an attractive price that they were willing to pay.
Really interesting fast pitch there, Shana. Appreciate it. MHO. All right, no more questions. It is time to vote. You know how it works. Are you buying Shana's pitch on M.I. Homes? Guy, first to you.
Before I give my answer, I just want to say the way you just impelled yourself with CoinDesk and CoinShares makes you more Sam the Butcher than Peter Brady. But what I will say is, very strong pitch. They just announced a $100 million stock buyback. Wedbush gave them a $100 price target. I say well done on this one.
There's a line in a Beastie Boys song about that somewhere. Tim Seymour?
Yeah, so first of all, if Peter Brady had that cool pad up in the attic that Greg put together with the beads hanging down, he wouldn't have been so angry. I love this pitch. I got Johnny Bravo because he fit the suit. But I love this pitch by Shana, and I love the fact that this home builder is meeting demographics that actually are trying to buy homes right now. That's part of the growth. It's part of the affordability dynamic. Love the valuation, and yeah, maybe a takeover target.
Dan, what do you think?
Yeah,
buying it?
I really do like the pitch. I'm just not a buyer of home builders. I think a lot of the trends that Shana mentions that they might be benefiting from, I think are about to probably turn in the not so distant future as we get into 2022. So I'm just not a buyer of home builders. I thought it was a great power pitch, though.
All right, Karen, you had some questions. You got a little more detailed insight there. Your take on the fast pitch.
Yeah, well, I really love the fast pitch. I don't know if you can tell, that's a buy. I think that the macro of millennials moving into housing was accelerated during the pandemic, but not extinguished. So I like the space and I like the pitch, and nice job.